Alright, so I'm out here on a job. Aranarianus rosebush. It's a big nest too. It's probably 16 to 18 inches tall. It's got the landing strip on the bottom, typical of a mature nest of this species. I'm standing basically 6 feet from it, right here, next to the Aranaria. Didn't put my veil on yet, but and then over across there's a nest. So it's literally like right across the street. So those fake nests don't work. I don't know if that's a Baldy or Aranaria, but it's a Dolicho vespula. But yeah, actually out here at a buddy's house. All right, now I'll get started. I'm probably gonna try to really save this one because it's my favorite in this kind. Very busy nest. All right, suited up, fully in my armor. They weed whacked and mowed this grass here. And then they had company over and said, oh, you got this big beehive. So see how tolerant they are. Maybe they're habituated to human activity. So it's my hand. I'm treating my hand for comparison, but very healthy Hario yellow jacket. That's definitely a trophy. More tolerant than that. Must have about the same size I got off the garage 2 years ago. Fanning the nest. Could be new queens in there. Yeah, it's like I said, about 16 to 18 inches tall. Could have like 10 combs in it. The most interesting species with a comb set. They build the best comb set, in my opinion, out of all the yellow jackets. The queen cells on all the combs and the mixed phases of queen to male reproduction. Probably the most interesting species there is. I used to say Vidua. I like the way Vidua looks as a wasp better, but the species has more interesting nest architecture and behavior. So Aranaria takes the cake. That's why it's my favorite. So still building up there. Like I said, I'm going to try to set this one up. Catch some of the workers in a Ziploc and get the nest in a pillowcase and move it, but very busy nest. They do spit venom like the bald-faced, and then they might go off because I'm stuck on these thorns here, but didn't set them off too much. And they seem perturbed. Did catch a bunch of them in there, so maybe 20% of the worker force is in there, I don't know. At least they don't fly, at least they don't clear. I mean, they're flying all around me, bouncing off of me, and I feel like I gotta sneeze because I'm breathing in their spices, but no stings yet. I just wanted to say I was one of the first on YouTube to be doing this vacuuming stuff. I've been doing this since 2009. A lot of other channels have started. I'm not the first one to do the vacuum stuff, but I might have been. I'm one of the first to popularize on YouTube. A lot of the other guys followed my lead. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying. A lot of other proper YouTubers got their ideas from watching my videos. It is what it is. Those are the facts. The guy, as John Adams said, facts are a stubborn thing, but that's the truth. They got it from me. But there's been people vacuuming since the 70s, since before I've been alive, but it's what it is. try not to damage the nest. It's a trophy nest. Another thing, this species, their queens get real aggressive, like when the worker force dwindles too much. I actually have an area nest in my place I got from a ladder. It's all queens mostly. And I shook the nest and the queens came out, went into attack mode and swarmed back into the nest, acting just like workers. Sitting here in the shade. Pretty good zoom feature. Putting the vacuum to its work. It's in the sun, unfortunately, so probably been about 35 minutes, I'm guessing. I try not to let it run more than 45 minutes to an hour, like in the sun, but it's not real hot today, luckily. Fairly upper 70s right now, low 80s. Not in shock. But it's not too humid today. I'm doing this one in the afternoon because I actually went hiking this morning, so I'm going to do that. Some queens left the nest. I saw some big ones. We were able to walk out, so some probably got sucked up too, but I think we're mostly just workers, and I caught, like I said, a bunch of them in the fitter keeper over here. So I'll introduce those. Chill them in the freezer for a minute or two, not kill them, but make them zombie-like, and then put them back in the entrance hole, and that way they can somewhat rebound. The ones flying back are mostly getting sucked up. I did see a few fly out. So what they do is they walk out of the nest, and they can kind of, when they're walking with their legs, they can kind of stick on the paper until they can fly. But if they're flying, since the wings operate with airflow and the vacuum is air, like the wings when they're flying, it just kind of pulls them in at the entrance. But the ones leaving have a little bit more grip. They do have grip. The other ones, the ones flying in, don't have any grip until they come in contact with the nest. They come in contact with the vacuum suction first, so they just get vacuumed up. Let's see how that works. Vacuum nuance 101. I am sitting in the shade, very comfortable. Just watching my work. I'm gonna catch this queen. Looks like mostly workers. One queen got sucked up. And that, I was actually turning off the vacuum, and one kind of came out of the nest. I think it got sucked up because they saw the vacuum on. Some of them flew away. Of course, they chewed through the Ziploc bags on the critter keeper. Someone walking around in there, but a bunch of them. Textbook shape. You know, whenever you go to trim the branches, it's always last holdouts come out, even though I shook it, but funny how they always start coming out when you clip it compared to when you just shake it after you're done. That's the thing, yeah. Some might have just been ones coming back from foraging, but I'll take care of those. I did look, and the nest over there is actually a bald-faced nest. It was real scalloped at the top. Beautiful nest. It's my hand for comparison. Trophy nest, like I said, I'd say probably about 16 to 18 inches tall. Probably about almost 11 inches across at the widest point, like up here, probably 10 and a half, 11 inches. That's where the nest was. Took up quite a big chunk of that upper part of the rose bush. It's a lot quieter now. July the 25th, about 4:10 p.m. This job's a wrap. It's in the pillowcase there, and try to give the survivors a second chance.